Hi, and welcome to the Trucking Scribe. It's Esther. Today is the first day of our Bible study from Prophecy to Promise, the journey through the birth of Jesus. This is a free PDF with journaling pages. I'll put the link below. It is hashtag Journey to the Manger 24. I'll put that down there too. So today we're talking about Isaiah 7:14. We make a little pocket with some keys. We do some reading, both pages of reading, and then we make this page, which is kind of falling down right now. I may wind up gluing this down. We made a pocket with the key, and then I wrote verses, Bible verses that foretell the coming of Jesus and his birth, and to put in our little pocket. I also show you how we're going to glue this book together as we go. So I'm adding more pages as we go through, and I won't put a cover on till the end. And I'm not, every day that we work on it, if I have more additions like I did this week, I had this that I printed up to go in here. I can add them right now if I do it that way. If I go ahead and glue it all together, I'm not going to be able to add it, and you'll see as we go along. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you stay and join us for the rest of the month, and let me know what you think about the Bible study. Hi. If you're new here, you probably haven't heard about the Bible study we're going to do this month of December that is From Prophecy to Promise, a journey through the birth of Jesus. So I am putting a hashtag in on any social media that's going to be hashtag Journey to the Manger 24, so you can pull up all this stuff. Now I will tell you we did this in July, so we did Jesus in July, and that was a hashtag Jesus in July 24. This is the pages that we used. It's a free PDF, so you can get this one and the other one and use both, or you may just like this particular background or the other one. You could see where I've wrote stuff in this one. And how I've made this binding on here is I took strips and glued down the pages. I'm going to do something similar but different for this book. Now, I started with a binder. So I started with this one, thinking, oh, well, it would be really pretty. It matched the colors, which it did. And I went through about 3 or 4 weeks, and this didn't feel right. So I changed over and put my pages in like this, and I used the strip down the middle to put them in there. And I love this. It just says Jesus and how he was born, and a big difference. So you can see I did stencil and stamp around the edges on this one. But basically, this is the same. I did rewrite this. I am adding this, which is going to be a free download today. So I'm going to put up in the corner and show what this is, all of it. And it's free for the month of December. So there'll be a link down below where you can go and get it for free and join us and post your pictures on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, anywhere, and use hashtag Journey to the Manger 24. So in addition to the birth of Jesus, December has a lot going on. And last year I did December Ember with Louise and Barbara, and it was so much fun. So I wanted to participate again this year, and I couldn't figure out, well, how am I going to do this and this at the same time? Well, I kept praying about it, and God said, here's how. So I went and I put in to Notion. It has the AI, so I put in there and said, what are some creative ideas that include this page? So I put this in there. And our prompt for today, which is playing cards and antique keys. And I printed this off so many times. I had a full-size sheet. I don't know where it went. I said, I'm just going to go ahead and use this. But you get 10 different ideas of what you can do with this to incorporate it into your Birth of Jesus study for this month. So I'm going to be using the first three. Let me put a star by them. And I may get to this fourth one. I don't know, but I'm just planning on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for these for the first 3 weeks. So this will be from here to here is going to be the journey to the manger. And I may come up with a few more for over here, but I'll probably do the same thing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on there. But that's the plan for now. So let's get started now that I've got you all clued in on what's going on. So this is what I wrote previously. So you'll have all this to read. And the reason I'm reading it all, even though it's right here, is because there are people like my mother who are blind or have low vision and they cannot read this. So my mom would not be able to read this here at all. She can barely see 2 fingers in front of her. But God has blessed her with one eye. She had one removed. She has one that God's given her some sight in, and she can take a magnifying glass and get real close to the writing and she can read it. But it's so much easier for her, and I know a lot of other people have someone read all of this. So what I got also was that one aspect of the narrative of Jesus' birthday that stands prominently is the prophecy of his birth. The prophecy served as a guiding light, leading to the miraculous event that would forever change the course of history. Long before Jesus' birth, prophets in the Old Testament foretold his coming. Among the most significant of those prophecies is Isaiah 7:14. Therefore the Lord will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son and call him Immanuel. This prophecy was not just about the birth of a child, but pointed to the extraordinary circumstances of Jesus' birth. The child was to be born of a virgin, a miraculous event that defied natural conventions. Furthermore, the name Immanuel, meaning God with us, indicates this was not a usual child, this was God taking on human form. The prophecy of Jesus' birth holds profound significance. It's a testament to God's foresight and divine plan for humanity's salvation. It also serves as a reminder of the miraculous nature of Jesus' birth and his divine identity. In the Christian tradition, fulfilling this prophecy with birth of Jesus is seen as a powerful validation of the truth of Scripture and God's faithfulness. It inspires believers with the assurance that God is in control and his promises will come to pass. The prophecy of the birth of Jesus is a critical part of the Christmas story. It sets the stage for the extraordinary events to follow, shaping the course of human history. So I wrote this, and then I did come up with this here that kind of gives some of the context, and it gives what I just read also in a different words, but the context of Isaiah was, so if we look at what was going on during the time that Isaiah shared this prophecy with King Ahaz, it was during a time of national crisis. The nation of Judea was under threat, and King Ahaz was overwhelmed with fear. Sometimes we feel like that, and we're not even a nation, but we're in crisis just as much as King Ahaz was, and we could get worried and scared to death. Through Isaiah, God reassures Ahaz by giving him a sign of his presence, the coming of Immanuel, meaning God with us. But this prophecy wasn't just for King Ahaz, pointed forward to something much greater, the birth of Jesus Christ, the ultimate fulfillment of God with us. And I'm kind of skipping around because I'm going to give you this free, all of this to download. The name Immanuel, God with us, is so profound. Through Jesus, God stepped into our world. He didn't stay distant. He came to talk with us, to experience our struggles, and to offer us salvation. And the mention of curds and honey, that's a picture of simplicity and humility, pointing to the humble circumstances that Jesus would grow up in. God himself chose to live among us, not as a king in a palace, but in simplicity and love. So what this prophecy means for us today is that it's a reminder that God is with us in every season. When life feels uncertain, when fear creeps in, we can hold on to the promise of Immanuel. God didn't leave us to figure it out on our own. Through Jesus, he is with us right here, right now. So, King Ahaz, he's a king and he's got all this power and you would think that he couldn't even relate to us, but he does. And God, we all have these same fears and the same uncertainties. It's just in our context and in what our life is. And when that happens, just remember that God sent Jesus down here to live this life with us so that he knew what we were going through. As a closing prayer, Lord, thank you for the promise of Immanuel, God with us. Thank you for stepping into our broken world and fulfilling your promises through Jesus. Help us to trust you in every season, knowing that you're always with us. Amen. I hope this message encourages you as much as it encourages me. God's promises are faithful, and he is always with us. So that is the first part, day 1 of the reading. And like I said, I'm gonna do something different this time. And I was gonna wait and do this separately, but I think I need to go ahead and do it today because it'll make more sense. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna fold these in half. And I had some problems to print it. Now when I printed last year, Jesus in July, I printed PDF file just fine in book format where I could just take one page and put them all together. And next thing I know, this here wasn't doing that for me. So Janie over at Crafting Bookworm, she did a glue book. So my journal right here, I'm not sure, it's a similar idea, but it uses these strips down the middle. Janie's glue book, we're going to glue these pages together. Let's try this book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my page and I fold it in half. It's only printed on one side. I'm going to put this into here, just like this, where it's up against that. Take my glue and I'm going to put glue all over it. And you want to go from the inside to the outside. Now, problem is, if you're like me, you just used to going round and round. If you do that, you have more of a chance to get glue on the inside of your page. So I'm going to take, because I like the extra glue, so I need some more of these little pins. I got these when I bought lace at Joann's, and they fit just perfect in here. Now I do have 2 different kind of glues, Barely Arts and Art Glitter Glue. And to be honest, I don't use one over the other for any particular reason other than this. Just more glue back on here. And that is the way that it feels in my hand. So right here, when I'm gluing, I need this more out, where I've got a little more stability. I don't know how to explain that to make sense. But this one, I would be way closer. So then we're going to take our next page, which is day 1, and we're just going to match it up with all that glue. If you can do it straight, you're really good. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm trying to make it perfect. So I have to remember that this is not a perfect world. Okay. So this is, and you see I got glue right here, probably where it slid into the page. So We got a decent page right there. I am going to head and trim this off because that will bug me. Have that much on there. Okay. And what we're going to do is put our next page right here, same way. Check and see which page you got next. So this is the one I want next. This can be done with any kind of book or any kind of pages. So I hope y'all are excited about Christmas and the birth of Jesus. And if you've never heard about the birth of Jesus, we definitely hang around for the next 9 weeks. And if you want to hear before then, I do have Jesus in July 24, which talks about the birth of Jesus. And we go through prompts like we're doing now to do the books, do the journal, and bring art into the world of faith. So I will link those. There's a playlist. I'll link it down in the description so you can go and check them out. Because it does have all 9 pages, or all 9 days that we're going to work on. I'm probably going to do, because the light is bothersome. Let me see. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is definitely ink these edges. I don't know if I'm going to cut them off. And what I'm going to do, because I am going to be adding pages to mine as we go through, I'm going to do just one day at a time. So, like this one is day 1. You can see I gave you writing pages. And make sure you go in the right direction. Look at me. Now I'm better. I did want to put this one in there. Just as I love these colors, and I thought, this is different than what I had. What I did was I just subscribed to Midjourney recently, and these backgrounds are from Midjourney where I put prompts in, and this is what I got. Well, some of what I got. I got other stuff too, but that was the main. I should have taken that out, and I didn't. So let's hope I ain't making a mess. So what if you put the stick glue on here? It does give your pages, makes them stronger. I had not thought of this kind of a binding before, but Johnny makes it look so easy, and it really is. So what I'm going to do, so it's not bugging me too much, and I'm going to go ahead and ink up these pages. Okay, so I have our little book. I distressed edges, most of them. And I'm sure I'll be finding different places, but you can see right here, that was hanging over, and it was bright white. And I said, I'm not going to cut that off and just leave it like this. It's making it look more rugged. Like this one is just, it looks old. It looks like just a junk journal where you would get stuff for the journals. So for December December 2nd or day 1 is going to be altered playing cards and the antique keys, along with our verse of Isaiah telling of Jesus' birth. So my prompt was basically give me some creative ideas for junk journals incorporating prophecy of Jesus with altered playing cards and antique keys. So I actually got 10 different ones, and I do have all of this week's. I got to get the rest of them up. So I'll be posting these on my website each day for the day that it's on there. So you should be able to go and get this when the video is done. So we could do prophecy cards, key to the prophecy pocket, door of promise flat flip page, key tag layers, key to fulfillment collage, hidden prophecy envelope, keyhole window page, scripture bookmark, faith lock page, or a timeline tag flip. So I was kind of drawn to the key to the prophecy pocket. Create a pocket on your journal page using a folded piece of vintage looking paper. Insert altered playing cards into the pocket, each featuring a different prophecy about Jesus' birth. Antique key feature. Secure a key to that. So what I have done is I have made these, and I'm going to cut them out real quick. So these are the size of, close to the size of cards, playing cards. So what I've done is I've cut these out. Now I tried to make these the same size, and I had thought about printing on the back. So these are smaller than what I've got by quite a bit. I don't know why. Hold on to that one. So I guess no, that would work. So I printed this on regular paper, on 28-pound paper, because I wanted it to put glue on it. I wanted to glue it so that it would get thicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one here. I'm going to do this. So I'm just using scraps here. And I'll show you with one of those what I was going to do originally before my paper didn't print the right size out. What I'm going to do with these is just glue them back to back. And they will be like those playing cards that you find on the front. That's what I'm thinking about for the pocket, because I want this to look old and rugged. And no, this one. Create a pocket for your journal using a folded piece of vintage looking paper. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be my vintage looking paper. Because I want it just a little bit sturdier, I am going to glue it together. This is just packing paper that came out of an Amazon box. I want my journal page to be vintage looking paper, so I'm going to stamp on here with this. So I want my writing to go the same direction in both of them. So I like this stamp, but my pocket's going to go up and down, so I'm going to try to use this stamp, which is more this way. Let's see what it does. What I'm doing is leaving a little bit like this on my pocket. I'm just trim this way. So I really like today's study because it does remind us that, we're going through life and all this is going on and we feel like we're all by ourselves. But then you got a king, King Ahab, who's got war going on in his world and has he's scared for his people, and his king is supposed to take care of everybody. So he's praying, and he was even in the story. Isaiah asked King Ahab to just say whatever he wanted to prove that God was really God, and Ahab wouldn't. So God decided, since Ahab wouldn't ask, God told Isaiah to say that Immanuel, God is with us, would be born. And it's just such an amazing thing that came to pass. So I kind of want a little pocket right here. That's why I went ahead and did this one. I was thinking that would be a nice pocket just to fit right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit here. I'm going to fold this in like a quarter of, about a half an inch to a quarter of an inch. And I'm making a gusseted pocket. And you can see I'm not really even measuring. I probably should, but we're doing rustic. So I'm trying to stay rustic. I want some writing on here. So I'm going to glue this side down, but first I want to take this off right here. So right here is a little corner in the lines. We're going to cut right there. We're going to do the same thing down here. And you can draw these lines. I normally don't, but I'm showing you guys. I'm trying to show the steps. I hope this isn't an hour, 2 hour long video, but we'll see. So I'm just cutting right there. So if you see right here, this is the line, and this is the line, and we're cutting close to, but not over the fold line. So this is going to be my top. I'm going to put a little more glue right here because it can get in. Glue this side down. Just to give stability to the top of my pocket. Then I'm going to distress these edges and cut the pocket on. So I want to do playing cards on the bigger page, but while we're here, we might as well go ahead and hit pocket since I have this. No, I can't see good today. It's like that light is just in my face. I'm going to take this, make that perfect fit. Yep, like it was made to be there. I'm going to put glue right there along the edges, right in here. And see how this folds up right there? You got it laying over each other. Remember, this is not perfect. Mine is going to be a grungy, mangery kind of journal. So I do want to, I noticed this just needs a little bit of dirtying up. You can use whatever I got on there. So what we can do is put one of these in here when we get ready. This page, I'm not sure. We could put something, could do that right there, maybe write the verse. That might look good. So I can put, look at that, it's going to fit. Put this right here, or I could do this one, which is not quite wide enough. So now I want this right there. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to fold it over. Best we can with those lines. I'm going to fold the bottom a little bit further up than my stamp because I need a little flap down there. So what I'm doing when I'm folding this is I'm looking for this edge. If you look, I'm going to cut some of this off because we don't need that much. Look how quickly I'm cutting. We'll cut our corners just like we did a while ago. So it'd be great if y'all post your videos or pictures, whatever you're doing. You can come join our Facebook group. I'll put that link in the description below. I haven't been doing a lot over there for a couple of months. I just had a lot of personal things going on. So I'm going to grungy this up too. Take some of the white out of it. I'm going to put this right here. I like that there. See how you can just take garbage and make stuff. So there's one pocket. I do have two more. I just don't think I want to put them on there today. I could put this one there, but I'm going to fold it. It will be See, I'm thinking I want to save those writing lines on the sides. So, let's see. Yeah, we got these ready, so we can do that. We can add these to our journal as we go. Let's see. It's just, I want to keep those lines. This is going to go in our little, we'll make a little basket. Cut these out now. They are thicker. Use cardstock, that would work too. You could print this as just a cover page. So I hope y'all are having a good holiday season. It's getting closer to Christmas, when we celebrate the birth of Jesus. I know a lot of people like Christmas, it's presents, and yeah, I guess it is when you think about it, because the Magi brought Jesus presents for his birthday. But we have to remember that Christmas isn't just giving and buying stuff and having so much debt by the time we get done that you just can't do anything. I'm going to round these corners on the ones that I've got cut. Insert altar playing cards featuring a different prophecy. So yeah, I'm going to write the prophecies down. So the thing I'm going to do is lift up this side. Right now I'm going to take these extras. I'm going to put them in our extra bag. I'm going to keep these two out for right now. Okay, what I did was I went and found prophecies, and there are more. I just got 4 of them of Jesus' birth. So we got Isaiah, that we talked about today. Micah also prophesied that Jesus would be born in Bethlehem. Hosea, when Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. Then Matthew, but you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, are by no means least among the rulers of Judea, for out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. So these are my verses. I've got 2 playing cards, 2 other cards. I have these, and they can be wrote on the back. So that's why I did like that, so I could write them right on the back. Prompt says, insert altar playing cards into the pocket, each featuring a different prophecy of Jesus' birth. So actually I want to put this one here. Right. There's our pocket back here. So I want to put these bigger ones in the back, like that. And then I'm going to turn those around. Put these in this way so you can see it all. And pull them up. Hey, come on, man. Trying to get them up where we can see them. And we can see the cards too. It says secure key to the pocket flap of the closure. You know what? We didn't make a pocket flap, did we? Secure a key to the pocket flap of the closure. So I guess I'm going to have to make a pocket flap, but I like how this is just splayed out like that. So, I don't think I am going to make a flap. And that's the good thing too, is that these prompts, you can use any of them, but you can alter them to what you want. So you could do the pocket up here, and then down here, use the cards to cut them into star shapes, place the prophecy text in small journaling cards. So you can just grab all of them and use them. We do have 2 keys. So I've got this one, and I'm thinking I may just put this one over here. What I'd like to do though is to tie that one so I have one that's going everywhere. And then, okay. What I'm going to do is mark these bigger ones in the back. This one, this one. And I'm going to put my other two writing ones kind of in here. Now, I am not gluing these down. I'm just putting them in so that they look good. I mean, they seem to be staying a while ago. I was surprised. There were cards in there. That one back there. So I bought this bag of little jewelry on Amazon a while back. I'll try and make it, but I found 3 different little keys in there. I had another one, but I don't know where it went. And I found this one that went with these. I think what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is try and glue them down. See if I can put just a little dot. And y'all know I didn't have my microphone on, so I'm hoping the first part of this actually videoed. So I'm going to have to let this sit and let it dry. I did want to put this over here though, didn't I? Right there. So this is just giving it some added texture and color, and I'll put her in here. So I'm going to use this as our extras little basket. Put all this stuff in. Add this. I think what I'm going to do with it is fold it. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but I am going to put it right here on the front page so I don't lose it. I'm going to take my I'm going to put my prompt right there. So I hope you enjoyed this little video on the prophecy of Jesus' birth, on Isaiah, the Bible study, and the craft. So our craft was antique keys and playing cards. Over here is our playing cards and all. They look really good in there. So if you're new here, it'd be great if you hit that subscribe button. If you've been here a while, it'd be great if you hit the like button and leave me a comment what you guys think of the birth of Jesus and the prophecy being foretold. If you have other Bible verses that foretell Jesus' birth, let me know so I can put them in here. Thank you so much for being a part of the Journey to the Manger 24 and December Ember 24. So we got 2 things going at one time. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.